For the whole law can be summed up in this one command: love your neighbor as you love yourself. In Galatians chapter 5 verse 14, there are so many verses in the Bible stressing the importance of loving your neighbor. In James chapter 2 verse 8 and Matthew chapter 22 verse 39 speak of the same. The love for a neighbor is an obligation according to Romans chapter 13 verse 8. A neighbor is any other person that God created regardless of race, age, religion, social status, and more. A neighbor is anyone you can come across in life. As believers, we must be intentional to show kindness, love, and mercy towards anyone we meet. We should exemplify the traits that God expects of us through generosity, assistance, good attitude, honesty, counseling, encouragement, justice, and more. Love begins by love of thyself, then of the love of people immediately next to you, and that is the family. The first place where love should be displayed should be in a family, be it nuclear or extended. The second 5 commandments in the Bible are about the love for a neighbor. There are 5 major issues that God warned us against in order to fulfill the commandments of love for our neighbors. The first is the respect and honor towards parents. Everyone is obliged to respect their parents, guardians, and all elders. This is important because it attracts blessings and favor from God, one of which is the blessing of a long, happy life. It is therefore wrong to do anything disrespectful towards this group of people because the result is a curse. The second commandment of the second 5 commandments is do not murder. God hates people who intentionally take away lives of others. Some people have organized and killed others, but as we know according to the word of God, all these will face a punishment. There are 2 types of committing murder. One is direct murder and the other is indirect murder. In direct murder, actions result in immediate death of the victim. But another terrible type of murder is the slow poison type of killing. This happens when your actions will later lead to slow damage, a person, and death in the end. For example, we have companies that make a lot of money by producing products that are harmful for consumption. Such companies produce these products well aware of the consequences but prefer to keep a blind eye. The best examples are the tobacco manufacturing companies that produce cigarettes and other harmful byproducts. I wonder how these people sleep at night knowing they kill millions of people annually. These tobacco products cause harmful health effects, for example, cancer, lung damage, addiction, and more. If we had love for our neighbors, we could not invest in such heartless ventures just for financial benefit. The other important commandment says, do not steal. If you love your neighbor, you would not take away their things without permission. We would instead be guardians to our neighbors' properties. This calls for integrity and honesty. God calls us to trustworthy and faithfulness both to him and fellow man. The other commandment says, do not testify falsely against your neighbor. This simply means do not accuse someone without evidence. Some people intentionally fabricate lies against others and throw them in trouble. We have so many people incarcerated in prisons innocently just because someone out there told a lie against them. We also have others who are in prison because of unfair justice systems and corrupt officials. This is wrong, and in the end, God will punish these people mercilessly. Lastly, God says you must not covet your neighbor's house. To covet means to want something that belongs to someone else. Jealousy and envy always leads to wrong results. People get jealous of other people's relationships, other people's husbands and wives. Some people are jealous about other people's properties, for example, land, houses, and cars. Sometimes this jealousy leads to things like witchcraft, hate, stealing, and more. Instead of wishing to have the things that belong to others, we should instead be happy for their success and focus on working hard for our own things. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 44, Jesus is also asking us to extend love to those people that hate us. Jesus wants us to ignore the bad things that people do to us and instead show love to our enemies. This verse says, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. Therefore we learn not only love the people who love us back, but to also love those that do not show us love. Where is the Love? Has been presented by Jamesboy Imani, my Beautifier Community Youth, Uganda.